The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake has been delayed, potentially to 2025. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the details coming out of a new report and leak from a potential employee, which is just full of disappointing information. It's not looking good whatsoever. Make sure you do watch until the end of the video because you won't want to miss any of these details, even if it is all disappointing. We just have to get as much info as we can right now. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future news updates about the KOTOR remake. So let's get started with the report that claims the game has been indefinitely delayed. This is coming from Bloomberg late last night, and they spoke to various people close to the project, and things are not looking good. It reads, the anticipated KOTOR remake is in serious trouble, according to people familiar with the project. The game has been delayed indefinitely as developers at Austin, Texas-based Aspyr Media try to figure out what comes next. Aspyr also abruptly fired the game's art director and design director this month. In a series of meetings throughout July, Aspyr's two studio heads told employees that the project would be on pause and the company would look for new contracts and development opportunities, said the people who were not authorised to speak publicly about this situation. September this year marks the 1-year anniversary since the remake had been announced, and it's now been in development for nearly 3 years at Aspyr. According to the report, a demo was finalised by Aspyr on June 30th this year. This is known as a vertical slice. This is to show people internally what the game is looking like, how the game is, what is the gameplay ambitions of the game. And this specific demo was to show Lucasfilm and Sony, the partners working on this game with Aspyr, what it was going like. And the developers were actually excited about this. They felt like they were on track, according to someone familiar with the project potentially working on the game, and apparently they were very shocked as to what happened next. A week after this demo had been shown off to Lucasfilm and Sony, the company fired design director Brad Prince and the art director Jason Miner. These are the two key directors working on this game. Was this unexpected? Well, according to Jason Miner's social media, it was unexpected, and Aspyr have not released a statement about this whatsoever. Two people claim the studio heads of Aspyr told the developers the vertical slice was not where they wanted it to be and the project would be put on pause. One person said that discussions suggested a disproportionate amount of time and money had gone into this demo and the project's current course was not sustainable. Game development is not smooth, but it's really disheartening to hear this regardless. Another contention is the timeline for the release of the game. Aspyr told staff and partners that they wanted the game out by the end of this year, which is kind of insane to think about, to be honest. I know it's been in development 3 years already, but it didn't feel like it was going to come this soon. It was rumoured to be at the end of 2023, but now developers are saying a more realistic target will be 2025. Yes, that's right. Potentially 3 years away. The crazy part is that it's the 20th anniversary of KOTOR next year, and many people, along with the rumours, suggested it would be coming out at the end of next year, especially after the EA contract is up at the start of next year. This is yet another potential failure in Star Wars gaming. I mean, it's very disappointing that it's been delayed. Like, I am happy they are delaying it to make it better. It needs to be delayed so it's a good remake, because if the remake comes out and it's bad, that's not good. But a delay gives it more chance of being good, but it's still so frustrating because there is still a lack of Star Wars games. I'm also sick of Star Wars games being announced so early when they are not ready with just CGI trailers. We had Eclipse, we had the Ubisoft open world game with actual no trailer, and then we have this game as well. EA did the great model of announcing the game at Star Wars Celebration in April, then revealing gameplay in June at EA Play, and then releasing the game in that October or November. It's a 6-month cycle. All of the games announced post-EA are 3, 4, 5, 6 years away from release, which is just insane to me. EA just did it right. Announced the game, and within 6 months, the game is out. And we actually got 6 months of lots of marketing, lots of gameplay. We got to play the game in alphas and betas. It just made a lot more sense. The worst part about all of this, though, there is no upcoming multiplayer game, potentially other than the respawn first-person shooter that might not even have multiplayer. Battlefront 2 ended over 2 years ago, and there is still no live service replacement for Star Wars. We want Kenobi content, we want Mandalorian content, and all we have is Fortnite. Oh, and a pay-to-win Galaxy of Heroes mobile game, which is not a replacement. The report on the KOTOR remake ends with the fate of the remake remains unclear. In May, Embracer announced that Saber Interactive would also join the project. We heard about this, they help on various games, they've produced DLC for games like Halo, stuff like that, and some at Aspire actually believe that Saber, which has mainly been doing outsourcing work for the project, may even take it over completely. Wow, so many development troubles. Obviously, this report might not be 100% accurate, however, it's pretty likely given that it's through Bloomberg and it's looking like it's actually coming from people that are working on the game. But there might be some inconsistencies here and there, maybe some hyperbole, but I also wanted to bring in some information coming from someone that claims to work on the game who spoke to a friend of theirs. Now, usually you just toss this aside as it's not real. Anyone can just make up, oh, my friend works on this game and they said this. But a few weeks ago, they said stuff that basically corroborated by this report. So this is what a Reddit post said. I know someone working for Aspire on Project Romeo, the codename for the KOTOR remake. There have been major changes on the project as the creative designer has been fired and all engineers were reassigned. Apparently the vertical slice they showed to Sony execs were not up to par, and the last few weeks have been filled with staffing changes and demands with higher-ups. This culminated with a meeting today that announced that work on the game has been indefinitely put on hold. So that stuff is what we've just heard from Bloomberg. The next paragraph are following details that Bloomberg don't get into, but if we are led to believe this is true based on corroboration between the first paragraph of this Redditor and what Bloomberg said, then maybe it's true. So the Redditor goes on to say, some other things I've gotten from my friend, the game will be third-person real-time combat. Think Jedi Fallen Order. The original voice cast is returning to play their roles for the most part. Calo Nord and Saul Karaf have been gender flipped. In Karaf's case, he is now a black woman. Most side quests were being massively expanded upon from the original game. This is not going to be just a new coat of paint on the original. Believe me or not, whatever, none of this probably matters as the project seems to be floating dead in the water for the time being. So if this is true, then that's some new information that we've gotten about the game. It's great that they were expanding upon the side quests and its real-time combat, in my opinion. That's just my preference. I think that's a great way to go about it as opposed to how the original game was. I know some people don't want that changing, but for me, I do. But who knows if this game is even going to come out at this point. Star Wars gaming. It happens all the time. We are so used to it now. I really hope there is some good news soon, and I hope for all of the developers they keep their jobs, they keep doing great work, and can keep making this game be what they want it to be. Let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on anything I've shared in this video, and if you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel. If you missed any of the previous videos from me, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next Star Wars gaming news video. Goodbye.